I guess you have to come through the WhatsApp line. I'll call the WhatsApp line for you. Then you come through the WhatsApp line. I guess you have to come through the WhatsApp line. Mm. Okay, fine. Okay, welcome back. Sorry, there was an interruption. This is the truth on Bayaf Television. Good evening to listeners. Sorry for the little interruption. Today we'll be discussing on matters that borders security, the bloodshed killings in Nigeria, which has become a new normal over time. Do I say since after 2007? President Obasanjo left power. I know killings happened within that era, but I know after he left during Jonathan's time and the incumbent's present government under Buhari, it has been a mess. The security situation in Nigeria is not something we can overlook. This is 2022, year 2022, and the records we have over the past say 2015 to date, a record of over 15,000 persons killed, unnecessary killing and bloodshed took place in Nigeria. So you can imagine what we have at hand, the monster we have at hand, courtesy Boko Haram, even the Fulani bloodthirsty headsmen called the bandits, which I call terrorists in their kinds, because what they do, their acts and how they operate is more of terrorism than just headsmen hearing cattle or seeking for pastures, pastoral lands to graze. So it has been a very difficult one. And the 2022 budget is out already. You may understand that, of course, budgets, funds are being budgeted year in, year out. But what is the use of this fund? What has this fund done for us? That 2022, a new budget has been passed, assented to by the president, Buhari. So will this also reflect in reality that these security agencies will use this to cushion, at least to a reasonable extent, the security challenges we find ourselves in Nigeria? And also, the question here, which most times disturbs my spirit, is these killings, what has transpired in Imo State have given somehow a clue that most of these killings are sponsored by the state. Probably you may use the word state actors, not on the side of security, but of course security are the one being employed to do this, but on the side of politicians who, just as evidenced what we could get from the Imo State saga of recent between the police and Uche Nwosu, the former Commissioner for Lands and Survey in Imo State. So these are all which sometimes resonate, that we begin to ask ourselves, which way forward? Are we going to continue this same trend 2022? And people will continue to be massacred and killed, communities sacked from their ancestral lands. So these are certain things we need to dwell here. I wanted to bring in someone, a guest here, who will assist, join us in making sense of this topic today. But of course, as I said, this is the first time we are coming in on air. We will appeal that we exercise patience. That sometimes we may have some challenges as we broadcast, because this is the first maiden edition. But I believe going forward, we will improve upon what we find, challenges we find. So that is what I have to say here. And the lines to call, once the lines is open, the lines to call is +44 744 881 8829. I repeat it, +44 744 881 8829. So these are the lines to call when we open the lines. These are the lines to call when we open the lines. The topic also, as I said, to reiterate, it is bloodshed killings we find in Nigeria that has become a new normal. Nobody feels bad anymore as we get these reports of killings on daily basis in Nigeria. Nobody feels bad anymore. What is the root cause of this problem? Is it that the peoples of Nigeria are no longer interested, or there are some people somewhere, foreigners or aliens, who have come into Nigeria to hijack the security situation in Nigeria to their own interest? So what is the real root cause of all this, which we find ourselves in Nigeria? So I will, I think we will have our guest coming through the telephone, because at this point he couldn't join us via video WhatsApp, Facebook Live. So he's going to come in through the telephone. But before then, our line will be open after we have made sense of this discussion. The number to call is +44 744 88 188 29. I repeat again, +44 744 88 188 29. Yes, we have our host guest here. Please, can you hear me, Mr. Osita, please? Yeah, I think the line is becoming digital, but we believe we'll get hold of him shortly. So Osita is he has a better understanding as to what is really happening back home, and can as well give us his own perspective as his own understanding of what is really happening back home. I will be bringing him, but as we progress, we ask our questions. What is the problem? Yes, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. We thank you for joining this program, Mr. Osita Chukwabaniram. Thank you for joining this program. What we have here is, yeah. Can you hear me? You are in a noisy place. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come get because let me just get to a place you must be noiseless.
Okay then.
I'll call you back in the next 3 minutes.
All right then. Thank you. Yes, as you can hear him, he's in a noisy place. He will be joining us in 3 minutes' time. So the line will be open soon. What do we think? What is the way forward? Does it mean that the present dispensation, those who are in power today, from states to the federal level in Nigeria, are incompetent, which I understand so, I feel so, or is it the security apparatus are being sabotaged in the job they are doing? So these are the questions we will ask. Or is there a problem, is there a grievance that those constituent nations that make up Nigeria today are having, hence this constant bloodletting killings ongoing, especially on the side of the southern divide of Nigeria? So what do you think? What is your own take on this matter? If you have something to say, the line will be open. As I said, the line to call is +44 744 88 188 29. I repeat it, +44 744 88 188 29. These are the telephone numbers to call as you join this broadcast. And please, I will appeal, as you listen to this broadcast, please, you will do us well by sharing this broadcast so that we can have other listeners join from their own convenience. Please, even when you listen to this broadcast, please, you also join by following us on YouTube handle, which we've just dropped the URL, the link to joining our YouTube platform. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he will be joining shortly. Just some little noise we have. So this is the case. The case of Imo State, as I was saying, has given us a clue or do we make sense out of that? What is really happening? Someone inside the church making his own mother's, observing his mother's outing service, late mother's outing service, Thanksgiving service for after the burial, was somewhat arrested, as we understand, by masked police officers. Is that the best way? Is it the right way? Is it what is supposed to be done? And the little information we gather, whatever reasons they have, why they're masking, holding themselves to church to make a formal arrest that is supposed to be. So I think we have Osita on the line now. Osita, can you hear me now, please? Hello, Osita, can you hear me, sir?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, loud and clear. It is loud and clear. So as we are asking, what we are discussing is the security challenges back home in Nigeria. A lot of bloodshed has been seen. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes. The security situation back home, a lot of bloodshed, killings in Nigeria today. It seems it is now the new normal. It seems it is now what we will continue to live with in Nigeria. What do you make out of this? Is it that the security apparatus in Nigeria are not competent enough, or is there any grievance? What is the problem that is making everyday killings? At least in the last, the records before the end of 2021, it is recorded that over 6,000 people died, killed unjustly in Nigeria by state and non-state actors. So what do you have to put, sir?
When you talk about the security situation in Nigeria, I think many things are involved in it.
Okay.
The government started they started overlooking things at the early stage.
Okay.
Issue of insecurity, as long as I'm concerned and my data are correct, started from 2001, when former President Olusegun Obasanjo allowed some states to implement Sharia.
Yes.
That is Sharia law.
Yes.
It gave a lot of opportunity to miscreants, to Almajiris, to take laws into their hands in form of enforcing Sharia law implementation. It gave birth to some minor groups that try to enthrone full Sharia system into some part of northern
Yes.
part of Nigeria.
Yes.
And they started doing it. Along the line, it now grew into insurgency. When you come down to our own side, the south, we started agitation of Biafra in a peaceful manner. I started the struggle with Chief Rap who was leading. And along the line, the intimidations were so much that some of us ran away from our homes because police and DSS are searching for us. For not just justified cause. You mentioned the name Biafra, they will start looking for you. When they get you, they will incarcerate you or they kill you. Along the line, when Nnamdi Kanu came up, the same issue started, the manner of intimidation.
Yes.
Along the line, political polarization. I don't know if I'm getting what I'm saying.
Yes, we can hear you. I believe the audience are listening to you also.
Political polarization came in. You see, one thing is this. In every agitation, there are those that are there with genuine interest, and there are some that may come to be used to cause some, bad reports.
Yes.
So along the line, when politicians saw this as an opportunity to fight opponents, they started, building up their own groups in form of Biafra agitators.
Yes.
And these people, whatever they do, it will be narrowed down to the Biafra struggle, because everybody knows that the heat of the day is all about Biafra. So whatever evil that anybody does, it is seen as means of actualizing Biafra, which is not. And along the line, I must tell you the truth, there are some broadcasts that our brother did, which were, very, very high motivational. It was very motivational that some people who had these speeches can even go and believe that once they appear on the road and demand Biafra will be given to them. So, in all these things, some of these boys, in order to achieve it, they started using everything they have. Even if it demands violence, they are rich.
Yes.
So this is what I'm saying, that on the issue of insecurity, present insecurity in Nigeria, it started from the north. And Buhari, being the president of Nigeria, has not made it a point of duty to stand this dreaded group.
Hold your thoughts, please. Mr. Osita, hold your thoughts. With your statements here, are you saying it is Biafra that snowballed into the security as far as do I say the southeastern issue is concerned? The present ongoing killings, tagged, what's it called? Unknown gunmen, and are you saying it is Biafra matter that caused it, or it is an alien unknown gunmen, so to say? Who are these unknown gunmen? What do you think I will make out of that?
That is where I'm coming to now. That is where I'm coming to. When I was talking about the body language of Buhari being the president of Nigeria.
Yes.
He was never quick to blame the banditry, that is the Fulani herdsmen. He was never quick to stop their evil activities. But he was out, very, very out against the Niger Deltans. He was very, very out against the Southeasterners. He was very brutal. So when you put this into this, you will see that there are discriminatory measures on security issue.
Yes.
And this thing now gave the Fulani the power to spread all over Nigeria. One, they come in form of herdsmen. They will rape a woman, they will kill girls, they will kill men, they will kidnap, demand ransom will be paid, they kill and sell human parts, and government will be quiet. But when some group came out to agitate and say, give us Biafra, the government will open fire on them. So Fulani now saw it as having the day that we are the owners of every land in Nigeria. It now gives birth to both unknown gunmen, banditry, kidnapping, and insurgency.
Yes.
So all these things came from what I told you earlier. That is the implementation of Sharia law in
Yes.
Nigeria. It gave birth to Almajiris to carry out what they think that is their own system of system or lifestyle that will better them, in order to take away alliance, in order to occupy their land and implement what they believe that is their own system of government. Now, when we are talking about the issue of unknown government, who is your known government? Who is your known government?
Good. Who are these unknown government? Is it the state? Is it the state? Is it the, because if you I don't know, did you of course you should know the issue that happened in Imo State of late now that concerns what's his name? The former commissioner of lands in Imo State, Uche Nwosu, son-in-law to the former governor, and the police. Are you? What do you make out of that? Who is this unknown government? Because the way they came in, the way they were masked, according to the reports, it looks like the way the unknown government operates. So, what do you think? What is your state? What is your own take on this?
That is where I was coming to now, because I know that Uche Nwosu was kidnapped in a form of, was arrested in a form of kidnapping, and. That man should thank God, because it would have been something else if there were no video coverage of that event.
Yes.
I'm telling you the truth. What, from my own intelligent analysis, what spoiled the show was the video recording that was pushed out, even while that crime was being committed.
Yes, the live video that went viral.
It will state a lot of things. So when you're talking about unknown government, I told you earlier that the issue of on the Biafra discourse, that both the government and the agitators had the government came into it to corrupt the system. They can use non-state actors to do it. They are also using state actors to do it. That is what I when I told you that politicians came and hijacked the system. They came into the struggle to hijack the system.
Hold your thought once more. Hold your thought once more. Yeah, Mr. Osita, hold your thought one more. This conversation, I want it to be broader than just the Imo State saga. The issue here is, over time, for many years now, we've seen how security has failed in Nigeria, especially the menace caused by these terrorists they call bandits, or Fulani headsmen as they've been baptized to be seen. What is your own understanding? Is it the security are no longer in tune with realities, or why the reasons for this insecurity snowballing to this extent? Is it that the indigenous nations or component tribes of that country, Nigeria, are no longer happy with that country? Hence, you find pockets of insecurities everywhere. In fact, Nigeria is blowing up, blood being littered on a daily basis. So I want this conversation to be a bit broader than just the Imo State saga. What is your take? Is it the man at the EMS who is the president of Nigeria, Buhari, is not, it doesn't have a grip of this security, or there is something behind what is really happening? Is there a grudge? What is really happening? What is the case as far as security in Nigeria is concerned?
Well, the genesis of the current security trouble in Nigeria came from a known fact, a known entity.
Yes.
And that is the Fulani. You see, it came to a point that some southern leaders started accusing President Buhari that he is the president of the North and not the president of Nigeria. That all his concentration were in the North and nothing is being done in the south. But nobody knew that this issue would grow out of hand. That is part of it. When you have a child and you are pampering that child because you love that child so much,
yes,
that child must surely disgrace you one day. He or she must surely disgrace you one day. This is what happened in Nigeria. When these people were on rampage, the people in government saw it as how can we term our people terrorists? How can we come out all out against our people? After all, these people, it is internal problem. It is internal security challenge. It is internal. This is a Nigerian thing. But at the time, you know, these people, they turned into serious criminals. There are some of them that going even inside the northern rooms to kidnap. This is the time now that President Buhari tried to resurrect from his sleep. As at yesterday, I learned that one of two of the kidnappers came in Zamfara. They are bombed dead. They were bombed to death.
yes,
I think two and the other man, I can't remember his name. So, what did they do it now? Because the thing is, the people have started kidnapping even some government officials. They are now government officials. And if they kidnap you, they are not smiling, they don't give any time. They just kill the person or take the ransom. If they kill the person, they will sell the part. This is the business now in Nigeria. Human bodies are being shared and sold in parts. To who? To who? This is another question. To who? It is an open market now that human body parts are now open market in Nigeria that you can access it and nobody. In fact, my brother, the only option for our people is to unite and fight for Biafra. I'm telling you the truth. We can no longer be, our security can no longer be guaranteed in Nigeria from all look of things. I'm telling you the truth. There can never be any remedy based on the extent this issue has gone.
yes,
Look at, they killed Muhammad, the founder of Boko Haram. And Boko Haram is still alive today. And even spreading to get community land and even expanding into Chad and Cameroon.
in your own words, in your own words,
To kill the other man that inherited his throne, that is check out. Yet Boko Haram, as at last week, he went to this military base and attacked military base, took their weapons, killed some of the soldiers.
in your words, Osita, can you hear me, please? Osita, are you still with me, Osita? Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
In your words, what is the solution? What is the solution as far as the insecurity matter is concerned in Nigeria? What is the solution? I know there are some groups agitating for Biafra, the pro-independence, even the Yorubas also agitating for Oduduwa, and also the Middle Belt agitating for their own sovereign nation or self-determination, as you may term it. So what do you think? Is that the best way? What is the solution, at least at the immediate, even when every region is clamoring for restructuring, or some clamoring for outright breakaway from Nigeria? In your own thoughts, what do you think will be the solution, at least the immediate solution, to stop this daily bloodletting and killings ongoing in Nigeria?
Well, the truth is that if Nigeria would like to be one united country, if we would like to have one united country, there must be justice, there must be equity, and there must be safety. The restructuring, as you talk about it, is being pushed out by 4 regions of Nigeria. You know, Nigeria has 6 regions, geopolitical zones.
Yes.
Our state is seriously making an effort to restructure the country and the system of governance. Now, 2 out of the 4 stood their ground that the nation cannot be restructured, that the constitution is the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Why? Because they are the benefactors. We are benefiting from it.
Yes.
We are benefiting from the may I call it a kangaroo constitution that was put in place by few number of men who are pro-North or Hausa Fulani. Yes, let me put it that way, not pro-North, because some middle belters are against them. They are pro-Hausa Fulani and they are benefiting from it.
So what is your own take? What is your own take? Are you if you are to mediate on this matter now, what is your own solution that you prefer as far as this insecurity is concerned?
The solution is, as a Biafra agitator, I will say that the solution is the solution of the country. Let everybody go on his own way and do with himself what pleases him. But on the other hand, if Nigeria must be a united country, I've said it before, there must be justice, there must be fair play, there must be equity. Nobody should love it on another. No tribe should love it on another. Nobody will be more human being than another person. No. The security situation now is that if, for instance, Obama gets up there to become the president, you will see that the Yorubas will have the day. And the Igbo man said, Igbo people will have the day. And that is the system in Nigeria. But if there is fair play, any person that is getting in there must know that I have come to rule a people and not a tribe. I have come to show fatherly care to a people and not my tribe.
Yes.
That will solve the situation. That will solve the problem.
Okay.
I think this aspect of tribalism and nepotism, our people, my people, everybody, my people. When somebody gets in here, his people will go and advise him, remember this, remember that.
Yes.
Keeping malice, even after 50 years of civil war, 50 years of the Nigeria war, we are still keeping the malice against the Igbo, against the Niger Delta.
Yeah, hold your thoughts. Hold on your thoughts, please. I want to make something. I want to make this conversation more open for us to understand, even our listeners who will come across this video and those who are listening right away. You talked about Biafra on its own. You being an activist, you are pro-independence for Biafra activist. There are some areas you touched upon, how some of pro-independence persons made some fleeting statements. So can you, that made some of our people became agitated to that extent that a lot is not happening? Can you reconcile it? What we find in Southeast today, the kind of insecurity we find in Southeast today, especially in Imo State and Anambra State in the past months? What is your take on this? Is it as a result of that pronouncements or statements from some quarters, or do you see some, do I call it state actors now, the police, army and all that, being the one behind these killings? Because what happened at the church, which was his name, Uche Nwosu's late mother's memorial service, what happened there in that fashion, in that style, it seems it is more like what we see for the when this what's it called, unknown gunmen acted. So what do you think? Is it now being sponsored? Is it a thing that the state actors are into, or it is truly our people? Because there are some videos also we saw at what's his name? What's this place? Also in Olu, in Tenansa precisely. These videos we saw, some of the youths brandishing AK-47 with double magazines. I don't know if you've seen that video. Do we call these persons police, or truly they are the citizens? They are Igbo sons unleashing this man. What is your submission to this?
Okay. From the look of things, I will not, exonerate any person that is involved in a crime, maybe because he is my brother or because he is my sister. And as also, I will not be afraid to tell a failing government who is involved in a kind of insecurity activities. I'm not going to say that government is getting it wrong here.
Yes.
My brother. In fact, judging from what transpired that the church staff was kidnapped, I think the whole blame should go to government. Because that's the one we can prove. That's the one we can, bring to the fore. The one we can, everybody can clearly that the style of the unknown government coming about, their style of operation has been implemented by these people in an open way. So the government should take the whole blame until we now find an ITO Biafra group responsible in such activity. In doing it,
yes.
Not that was picked up from his soul. Not that was picked up from his soul. The activist must be caught in doing it. That is when he is doing that on the spot. Not when you go to somebody's house and arrest him. You will now come and show us the AK-47 he was operating, and the man will deny it. But this one, it is an open day something. It is very, very clear that they shot, not only that they shoot, they were captured in video. Not only that they were captured in video, they whisked this man away. And at the end of the day, the news started spreading to the point that they have even traveled from Imo State down to Enugu, according to what I had with someone saying, Enugu Airport, to fly him to Abuja, because the thing has been exposed.
Yes.
And what happened? That they should stop it. Even the IG was not involved in it. How can security in Nigeria, my brother, Nigeria is a mess. It's a mess. Nigeria is a mess. Look at Justice Adele's invasion, how they invaded her home. I don't know if you know about Justice Mary Adele.
Yes. It was in the open. It was in the open.
Look at how they invaded her home. Police denied it. All the security commission denied it. This man, what they call it, the Minister for Justice,
Attorney General, yes,
Malami, was named as the person that ordered it. At the end of the day, he is now being exonerated. And the man that supervised the thing, who was a police uniform, police started denying that he was not among them. Now, my brother, this, in fact, government is responsible for at least 95% of insecurity in Nigeria. The government is involved in, I think, 95%. Judging from all these things, look at what happened in Anambra State during the election. Killings every day. Killings every day. police are there, armies are there.
It is quite pathetic. It is quite pathetic. It is quite pathetic how.
They were kidnapped by 4 men.
Yes.
That police checkpoint was about 3 to 4 poles at the spot where they were kidnapped, and nobody intervened. Check out such a situation. Just 3 to 4 poles where they were kidnapped, police checkpoints were mounted there. And yet, these people were kidnapped.
Who, please? Who?
They paid ransom to free themselves. And not that the police rescued them.
Who? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Security is a business in Nigeria. It's a business.
Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me, Mazi Osita? Yes. You talked about kidnap. Please, can you clarify who was kidnapped and where, please?
Where?
You talked about some people being kidnapped even at close to police checkpoints. Who were? Can you make that very clear?
These are people that you can live in the same street with them. You can get it in the news. You can hear it from his or her relatives. You can even see it online. I have come across such a thing online.
I see.
A man even testified in my church how he was kidnapped. I'm telling you the truth, my brother. This thing is a serious business. It's a serious business. And it is very lucrative. Many people will also go to it, to involve in it if care is not taken. I'm telling you the truth. Many people, because they are now seeing it as means of livelihood. They are now seeing it as means of livelihood. Okay, look at even in the north. There was this guy that was caught.
Yes.
That was supplying arms to bandits. And he named the army officer. Didn't you read it?
Yes, of course, I did.
An army officer. And the person supplying him the arms in order to get to the bandits and the Boko Haram. When you see such thing, does it not show you that the system is involved in this thing? The powers that be are involved in it.
The security situation in Nigeria, it is messy, and to my best of understanding, I want to believe that it is not really the citizens or even outsiders, just as I think there was a statement credited to Lai Mohammed that given the porosity of the border between Nigeria and Niger, even Chad, that some of these aliens come from that region to destabilize Nigeria. But of late, what we are seeing on the records seems that more of the security agencies are directly involved in this insecurity. That is what I can tell, because there is no way you will tell us security operatives going to arrest one. They are not DSS, so to say, which we know in their usual style. They hold their faces mask up for any arrest they want to do. But these are plain police officers going to church service to arrest or abduct somebody in the middle of worship. So the manner and the Gestapo style they came in with a hooded face mask, you can imagine that it is really shocking to see our security degenerate this way. I have some few military officers who are presently serving in the Boko Haram region. If they tell you what they go through, you will be shocked. If they tell you what they go through, how some of their senior officers sabotage their efforts to against the fight against the Boko Haram. So these things are happening, but we want to be very clear. On the side of the southeast, we know there are some of our children, some of the southeasterners who are at this present time radicalized, so to say, if I use that word. Like a video I saw that is the trend on the social media, I think Osu or Hitenansa precisely, where some youths brandished AK-47 with assault rifle with masquerades, dancing parading masquerade on the streets. So such kind of insecurity or such kind of show of arms. I know in Nigeria there is no license for, there is no law that gives the rights to anybody, for anybody to carry arms openly in Nigeria. So what do we have to say? In as much as we are blaming the security agencies, what about those youths who are not conforming or who have jumped, become so radical to this extent that the insecurity in all shape and form, it is becoming, has become a mess in the southeast? What do we have to say? What is the solution? At least to radicalize, or at least take away these guns from these youths of Igbo land. What do you think? What do you think? What is your own measures or solutions you can profile?
From the look of things, based on my own point of view, we need to, we in the southeast and eastern region.
Yes.
There is a need that our elders, when I talk about our elders, I mean the Johannes, the Igbo, the Niger Delta Elders Forum,
yes,
all those people.
Yes.
We need to call our youth to order. We need to call them to order. You know, to have a kind of my brother, we need to call them to order that violence does not solve situations.
Yes.
Yes. Most especially this kind of violence that is being pushed unprepared. You must have the blessings of your elders. You must have their backing. You must talk of reinforcement. You must talk of backup. You must talk of foreign support. Because you must run short of arms, food supply, and other necessities.
When you talk run short of, is there an open war yet? Is there because you are coming on the angle of pro-independence activist you are. Talking of run short of arms, we are talking. Is there war? Is there an ongoing war already? Is there a plan for war? I don't know if this short of arms we talk about, you just mentioned here, because we are talking of insecurity and yes.
Why I say that is that, you know, some of the people that have gone violent thought that doing so they will win the day, they will win the battle. But it's not like that. I'm just giving you a necessary preparative ground that one has to fulfill before you talk of going to, you know, challenge any power that comes across your way. You must talk of supply, you must talk of you must talk of foreign recognition and things. So that why I'm saying this is part of the reasons our youth should listen to our elders. I don't know if you're getting.
Yes, go ahead.
There is preparation for war, or that there is that we are planning for war. No, who likes war? Who likes war? Anybody that is clamoring for war have not seen the bad aspect of it. Maybe he just succeeded in somebody, he thought that it's just as easy as that. But when the full thing blows, boy, you go on, you go see another level game for this world. So what I'm trying to say is that our leaders, our elders, need to interact, you know, interact and interface with our youth. Discuss. Let us drop our arms. Let us achieve this thing through this, or let us reintegrate through this means into the system.
Yes.
So that is what I'm saying. And you see that our government, some of our governments has failed. They have failed. So the youth will not listen to them. That is why I mentioned our elders, because some of our elders, our youth still have confidence in them.
Yes.
They know that these people, they are trustworthy. They know that these people have not abandoned them, no matter what happens. You understand?
Yeah, hold on your thoughts. Hold on your thoughts also. There is, of course, it is an open thing. The militant group called ESN, set up by IPOB. What is your take on that militant group? Have they been responsible for the insecurity in Biafra land, or in Southeast, or the old Eastern region, or they've been a source of hope or help? What do you make out of this? Because there are in some certain quarters, most times there is killings or anarchy in the Southeast. The military or the security apparatus in Nigeria always refer to pinpoints that it is ESN that is underneath what happens, the dastard acts or killings ongoing in the Southeast today. What do you have to say? Is it true, or this ESN, they are actually part of this issue the insecurity we are talking about, or they have been working as commissioned by their leadership, IPOB?
Okay, thank you very much. Number one is that I am not in the rank and files of ESN. And secondly, I cannot authoritatively speak on their behalf. But looking at the unfolding events, of recent time,
yes,
police have been making efforts. Let me put it that way. Police and Nigerian police, Nigerian security system has been making efforts to prove that the violence we are seeing, the insecurity we're witnessing in Eastern region, are being carried out by ESN.
Yes.
But IPOB leadership, to some extent, has continued to deny it. And from like some things I'm seeing in social media, they will tell me that they are ESN operators, but IPOB leadership will come and deny them that this is not their own people.
Yes, but hold your thoughts. I have something. I don't know. Hold your thought, please. Can you hear me, Osita, please? There is a video. There is a video that I think is still trending on social media, where at Osu, where some youths they rolled out masquerade, play masquerade on the streets in that Olu side, with some of them brandishing AK-47 with double magazines. At the same time, these people, if you are saying that ESN, I know as you've just mentioned, ESN, you are not their spokesperson, you don't know, you are not in their rank and file to make statement for them. But in your understanding, as someone who is back home, who is at the heat of this, where this theater of problems, insecurity, will you say that it is not confirmed what the police are saying or the security apparatus are saying, that ESN is behind all this, given that video that trended where they even sang their song "Holy, Holy, Nnamdi Kanu is the another savior"? Will you say, or will you confirm that it is lie or it is not true, that what the securities are saying, they are not correct? Because there are evidence to prove this. Or are they not ESN?
Let me comment. That is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
On that issue, for me, since nobody has been caught in the act of doing it, on the spot, and not that somebody was picked up, maybe when they came to the village,
yes,
and you picked some people up, and they started making confessional statements, this and that. That is not enough to prove that these people are responsible. But notwithstanding, what I'm trying to tell you is this: from some a judgment from some unconfirmed events.
Yes.
Manifesting. I can say that there are some, I use the word dissidents in IPOB.
Yes.
There are some that have gone out of control. There are some that has, been out of their leadership position to do some certain things, which that some means of further translation, it can mean that there are IPOBs in IPOB, or there are splinter groups in their system now. That is what I'm trying to tell you. But yet, I'm not. I have told you that I am not in a position to speak for them until it is proven with me that this person is this, and he has been caught in doing it, and we witness it, just like we witnessed that one of Uchewosi.
Yes.
We can say yes, they are fully responsible. I cannot just believe because a man was a military came into the village to look for Biafra camps. They arrested about 200 youths, and when they came out, these 200 youths started taking up that they are IPOB. I saw it, and I will not believe it. It will be true.
Okay.
It will not be.
Okay. We will get back to you.
A group called Inter-Society. Let me come.
Yes.
That's the human rights group called Inter-Society.
Yes.
Who we are now making effort to prove that the person that they arrested at Akpof in Nkano,
Yes.
one village in Enugu State, in Nkano,
Yes.
where the military told us that they have destroyed their camp, they captured their commander, this and that, and arrested some other. The Inter-Society made a further inquiry. According to what I read from them, that this man was a Mercy. He came back from work and was resting in his house. And the raid was carried out in his village. At the end of the day, he was arrested. And this man had two issues with their wife, a blind brother and their mother. And
Please, what is the name? What is the name of this man? What is the name of this man?
In the name of the IDSN IPOB SADA, I saw a gun, AK-47, very good AK-47 from beside him as a proof that he was caught with AK-47. But these people now went further to make investigation, and they are now trying to tell us that this AK-47, this man is not responsible for it. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I'm not trying to exonerate IPOB. Get me well. I'm not trying to exonerate them. I'm not trying to exonerate ESN because I am not their spokesperson. But what I'm trying to tell you, let police and army make every effort to catch these people. Let them catch them to prove that what they are telling us is truth. You see, this is which was said. I'm still wondering about it. How can if that video was not sent out, I will tell you that at the end of the day, if such a thing happened that nobody have a confirmation of it and it was rumor, police will still go to that village to arrest people and tell them that they must.
Of course, it is just as I mentioned earlier. Yes, just as I mentioned earlier. Just
go up to the responsibility that they are the one that took him, that it was not kidnapped. Who will see such a thing and believe that it was not kidnapped? It was purely a kidnapping event.
Of course, just as I mentioned earlier, just as I mentioned earlier, to my best of understanding, I believe the security apparatus agents in Nigeria, even the politicians, are behind most of this insecurity problem. That is the truth here, because there is no way they will tell us over the years, just as how the Buhari treated the issue of the terrorists called Fulani headsmen, the terrorist group called Fulani headsmen, or whatever they call them, headers. The way he treated them, and with kids' glove and carrots, compared to what we find in the down southern part of Nigeria, how he treats them today. Hence, these injustices being meted out on the people. I believe security apparatus are behind it. That's the truth, because there is no way like this Uche Nwosu's case we just some a week ago we just saw on the net. It confirms so much thing, just like the governor, ex-governor stated. Does it mean the unknown government are beginning to unravel itself? Because there's no way security agents, you want to go and arrest somebody, you come in that manner. Just as he claimed there is no, the man in question, Uche Nwosu, claimed there is no letter of invitation, not to talk of, I know you have the authority or rights to arrest, but in that faction.
Sorry, let me cut in.
Yes.
Hello?
Go ahead, please.
According to police diary of Imo State,
Yes.
that is their report.
Yes.
Uche Nwosu's arrest was not officially declared. Even the Commissioner of Police in Imo State was not aware. Then what dispatch of police went there? So some information we are getting came from the government house. It was even that the police in government house have the right to go out and arrest. On whose order? By who? Who sanctioned it? To the point that police diary of Imo State, we are saying that they don't know about this thing. The vehicle that was used to some extent, according to what investigative journalism is trying to prove,
Yes.
that the vehicle came out from government house. Some police that came out from government house. Does it mean that the governor can now use the security what do you call it? The that is a government house to arrest somebody? Okay,
what we will do, Mr. Osita, please, we will put you on hold.
Nothing, no warrant of arrest, nothing.
Yes.
No invitation.
Osita, can you hear me, please?
No invitation. No forewarning.
Osita, can you hear me, please? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please? Yeah, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you.
Okay, I think we will allow some callers to come in to make their own statements. For those who will be willing, interested to join this program, the number to call is +44 744 88 18829. I repeat again, +44 744 88 18829. If you are willing to, if you are interested to join this conversation, you can reach out via WhatsApp using WhatsApp on this number which I've mentioned, +44 744 88 18829. You can join this conversation. Osita, one last word from you before we allow other callers to take. But you will be on hold, please. Do not leave in sight, so that if there are questions some of our listeners will want to ask, you can as well take these questions. So please just be on hold while we allow calls from other listeners. You may be listening from your Facebook device to get the questions that will be asked. When it is necessary for us to bring you again, we will call you in through the line, so that we can free this line for other callers who may wish to make their own statements or submission to the program. You get me, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, then. Please be on hold. Do not disengage. Do not go out of sight. We'll connect you again. You may be listening from with your device to get questions that may be thrown to you. Thank you. Yes, those who are willing, as you can hear, as you heard him right, it is very clear that we have a very serious situation in our hands. Those who are agitating for pro-independence, either from the Oduduwa side or from the Biafran angle, even the Middle Belt, I think Nigeria, so many nations have failed in that country. They know there's no longer belief, hence these security issues cropping up here and there, killings ongoing on daily basis. If you want to partake in this program, please, you wish to call in and make your own submissions, join the topic being discussed. The number to call is +44 744 881 8829. That is our line, and it's open for us to make our own statements as it pertains to the insecurity that is we find on daily basis. But my question here is, I have one big challenge here to understand. On yearly basis, there are money being for the budget. There are money being appropriated for security. What are this money being used for? That we still find this kind of what's it called, insecurity challenge we find in Nigeria today. Just 2021 on record, over 8,000 persons or thereabout killed unjustly, brutally in that country, Nigeria. Do we continue with this? What is the solution? Is it the failure of the government, or the people no longer believe in the entity called Nigeria, or as a result of aliens, just as the Minister of Information mentioned the other time, sometime in his statements, that through the borders they come in and unleash this mayhem? What is really happening as far as Nigeria is concerned? You may wish to air your own opinion by joining this program through your live through WhatsApp with the number +44 744 881 8829. That is the number to call. That is the number to call. And please, as you join this program, please do try to share this broadcast, please. Share this broadcast so that others who wish to, others can see it and join. Welcome back, Mr. Osita. Welcome back. Can you hear me now?
I'm hearing you.
Yes, I think just as we are starting, today's program is the first time. We have limited numbers of those who are willing to call. Hence, you are brought back to complete or conclude on your analysis. And the final word for us here. You've made us understand that the absolute dissolution of that the country, Nigeria, is the only solution that will mitigate these killings and the injustices that has been seen over the years meted on the people or the component nations of Nigeria. So in your final statement, sir, what is your advice to those who are agitating for freedom, either on this or Yoruba bloc or the Biafra bloc or on the Middle Belt, even the Boko Haram side? I think they are still agitating for their own Islamic state. So what is your advice, the best of advice you can give at this point in time vis-a-vis the insecurity matters?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. From my own point of view, saying that the solution is the right antidote to the insecurity in Nigeria means that the situation has gone out of hand. Every effort put in place keeps failing. So what I'm trying to say is that as a matter of convenience, let there be everybody go your own way, manage yourself in a peaceful atmosphere.
Okay.
I am an ambassador of peace. I am a crusader of peace. I love peace. Until you prove to me that I cannot get it, come what may through peace, I can think of any other means.
Yes.
So, Boko Haram, when you look at Boko Haram agitation, they are talking about Sharia states.
Yes. That is another form of self-determination.
Not on the whole region of Nigeria.
But that's another form to you. Don't you think that's another form of self-determination they are pursuing?
That is what I'm trying to tell you. That
yes.
When you look at it deeply, you will understand that these people are not trying to destroy Nigeria. Rather, they are trying to have their own carve-out. You understand?
Yes.
They are trying to have their own carve-out from Nigeria. And when you come downward south, you see Biafra agitators, pro-Biafra group like Biafra de facto customary government. You see Masov, you see IPOB, you see Salvation People, you see Diamos, you see all sorts of agitating groups. And the only language they speak is what? Give us our freedom.
Yes.
Go ahead and do whatever you want to do with your Nigeria. But when you go to the same south, on the other side, the Yoruba part of the south, they are saying the same thing. We are tired of this nation. Let us have our own Oduduwa Republic. Of lately, the North Central,
Yes.
which has always been with the North, started also making the same efforts and say we need our own freedom, we need our own nation. My brother, when you look at that, when you look at this whole agitation, you know that the center can no longer hold. That's the simple truth. So trying to hold everybody together, trying to use force, to suppress everybody and say you must believe in one Nigeria and Boko Haram is fighting in the north. So think about it. What about if Biafra agitators?
Meaning from your statement, what I could deduce from your statement is more of injustice being meted on the peoples of Nigeria. Am I correct?
That is what gave rise to agitation. That is what gave rise to agitation. That's simple truth. Except the Sharia people, I cannot see any reason for that. Except the Boko Haram people.
Yes.
I cannot see any reason. But when you come downwards, even in North Central,
yes,
it is injustice that gave up to their own demand that say we want to quit Nigeria.
Yes.
When you come to the Igbo people, they South, look at my brother, South, our brother, the Ijo.
yes,
Tell me how many Ijo man that owns oil block. Just show me how many of them that owns oil block. And the oil is in their backyard. They build the refinery, the headquarters of the refinery in Abuja, in Lagos. While the place they are taking the oil, my brother, when you get to South, you will cry. In fact, you will know that people are suffering. The people that are feeding the nation. What sort of injustice is that? So the only solution for me, from my, I may not be right, but I know that I have my own thinking and I have my own point of view. Any other person can say anything he likes.
yes,
What to cure this current security situation in Nigeria is to say, nah, let everybody go. Or let there be true justice. Let there be true justice. Let there be true justice. Without these two things, very soon, the situation will be something else. Very soon. Because if Yoruba will now take up arms like Boko Haram, and Biafra agitators now take up arms like Boko Haram, Middle Belt now take up arms like Boko Haram, do you think Nigeria will succeed? Do you think Nigeria will survive it? They can. Who will then fight for Nigeria? Who will then fight? I'm even calling for all these regions, the North Central region,
yes,
Southeast region, and South region and Southwest region to unite, discuss affairs on how to liberate ourselves from this injustice. Yes, I'm calling for that. If there is any forum for that, I'm in.
yes. Of course, there have been countless of such, just like the handshake across the Niger, which we saw the other time. I think up to this minute, I've not seen any tangible event, so to say, that came out of such.
I may call them just paperwork. They are just advertising themselves in the media without any effort to be alive. They are just being in the media without any effort to be
But
alive.
more of that that handshake across the Niger was more of restructuring the political elites, so to say, that gathered within that period. I think 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken, down the line, down the lane, we've not seen any tangible outcome from that angle. Also, we understand that everybody is concerned as far as even the politicians, they are concerned as far as the insecurity is concerned. But can you narrow it? What is your take, given election forthcoming 2023 and this constant bloodletting and killings? What do you think? Do you think election can hold, or do you think it will be another survival of the fittest? Everybody, in fact, a banana republic. Everybody, the killings ongoing and electorates not being able to partake. What do you think? With this security affects that election going forward, coming on, expecting to come up 2023?
Thank you very much. With what is happening, even from what I can deduce from the event so far, some politicians have started building up their strategy for 2023.
Yes.
Using this security measure to build up their own success in the election. So, given this, that 2023 may be a total bloodshed. I'm telling you the truth. Because when you look at Imo State Uchenwo's issue,
yes,
some of the antagonism, it is not far from, tarnishing somebody's image against 2023. I don't know if you're getting me.
Yes.
Again, even there was a video clip I watched where somebody was mentioning Uchenwo's of being their sponsor, this and that and that. I will not say that Uchenwo's cannot have such, group in order to build his political fortune. So given this, you see that with this situation on ground, brother, 2023 may be a total bloodshed. But God forbid, it may be a total bloodshed because the government is not even planning on security. They are just planning on, to sustain the power, the mantle of leadership. That you will see the money that they will bring out during 2023, and you see the effort that they will put in place to win the election by all means. But they cannot use by all means to end this Boko Haram insurgency. And all
but hold on your thoughts. Hold on.
They cannot do it.
Yeah, hold on your thoughts. I think history has shown whenever it is time to that election, months or few weeks to that election, security are always, insecurity is always nipped in the bud to at least to a reasonable, convincing extent just for that election to hold. What then gives you the confidence that there will not be election in 2023, citing insecurity? Because like Anambra past election that just happened in Anambra, I think 2 months ago, November here, you saw before the build-up before the election how the insecurity was to a very high alarming rate. Even a whole lot of personalities were killed. But some weeks drawing to that election, you find out that after being drafted, the security agencies were drafted into Anambra State, a whole lot. There was some kind of calmness. Does this really mean that, does it confirm that these politicians are the one who are behind this insecurity? And also, what makes you think that election 2023 will not hold, citing insecurity, if this has been the precedent?
No, I'm not saying that the election will not hold, unless things work otherwise. What I'm trying to tell you is that they will do everything possible to do the election, and that will contribute to a lot of bloodshed. That is what I'm saying. I told you that they are mobilizing now by thuggery, by even security agents manipulation to succeed in 2023.
Yes.
Eh? And the opposition will also capitalize on Tokri to maneuver the election. That will contribute to a lot of insecurity. Given the state of insecurity now,
Yes.
it will be a total bloodshed. That is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to tell you. It will be a total bloodshed. And with that, to some extent, the election may not hold because if everybody go haywire
Yes.
on the issue of having guns to protect themselves, because my brother, even what is happening now is showing that by that 2023, a lot of weapons will come in. A lot of weapons will come in for the election, because some people are not there. Some politicians are no longer having confidence in the security architecture of the nation. They want to build their own security, even if it's just for that 2 weeks or 3 weeks after as you are talking about.
Yes. With this now, you know there are some people clamoring for. You know there are people.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now? You know, as you know, there are some people clamoring for state policing. With the advent of what has happened in Imo State, the Uchenwosu saga, do you think there is the state security, that Nigeria is ripe for state security? Because it seems to me politicians, whoever becomes a governor, becomes the messiah or all in all, as far as that state is concerned, and acts with impunity. What do you think? What is your measure for state security? Those who are clamoring for state security, as in state policing.
Of a truth, state police can be mismanaged.
Yes.
But it does not stop the fact that it will help a lot on the security issue in the state. Take for instance the issue of Fulani herdsmen who stays in the bush, kill people, rape people, destroy our farmland, even take people for kidnapping and ransom. When you call the regular police system, they will delay their coming. Maybe they will tell you that they have not received order, a marching order.
Yes.
From the top.
Yes.
At the end of the day, the bandits will get away with their crime. But if it is a if it is a state police, they will be responsive. Once you call them, they will respond. Given that, so you see that is an added advantage to the security situation. Notwithstanding, the governors can mismanage it for political reasons. You are getting me?
Yes.
They can mismanage it for political reasons. But the goodness of it, from my own judgment, is far beyond what we can see as the side effect or bad effect of it. And it should not stop the fact that we need it. For me, we need state police, so that there are some of these minor incidents that are happening.
Yeah, are you still with us? Okay, I think that is where we will draw the curtain for today. The truth of the matter still remains. A whole lot is being done back home as far as insecurity is concerned, and it seems it is not yielding fruit. Hence, insecurity continue to rise on daily basis. We want to appeal to those who are somewhat agitated as far as the pro-independence matter is concerned. Should tread with caution. Insecurity, nobody wants war, and nobody wants to see our place being deserted as it is looking like, or shaping to look like. That is where we draw the ends of today, and we will be coming your way again. Before then, we will make a post to notify us when we'll be coming. But one thing I want to tell us here today is this is our beginning. You will take it the way you see it, but I know we'll next when we stream the next in the next section, we will further improve much better than we've seen our challenges, and we know we're going to put make it better in the next stream we're going to come. And that notwithstanding, we will be introducing other programs on this channel, just like this The Truth on Behive TV. We will be having other programs being anchored by other persons. Thank you, and God bless you for joining to this section. Please do us well by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and also share this broadcast so that it gets to far and wide. Thank you once again. We appreciate. Thanks for joining us. We'll sign off for today. Good night.